The aspect of the Jerry is known as Hypixel Skyblock's dumbest, stupidest, and also worst sword of all time. I mean best sword. It's the best sword, guys. Can you leave me alone? Thank you. And because this item is so incredibly powerful, I was challenged over the internet to beat a 4-7 dungeon run with only using Aspect of the Jury. So we would start a new profile from nothing and only use AOTJs to get to floor 7 and beat it. So I decided to then assemble a team of Minecraft's sweatiest, most dedicated, and best gamers, and we began the Jerry profile. Alright, this is the creation of the Jerry profile. This is gonna go amazingly. This is not gonna go terribly whatsoever, okay? Now, to our first goal is this is going to be impossible. I don't think we'll ever be able to do it. We have to somehow get over there. Whee! First goal is to get an AOTJ. Go, go, go. This is gonna be our, until we get the signature edition of the Aspect of the Jerry, but until then, this is our only weapon. Quickly, I just want to interrupt and let you guys know that you should totally subscribe. I'm trying to hit 100 million subscribers soon, and I think if everybody watching subscribes, then we can almost get to my goal. And it would help because my ego, and also I want the YouTube rank. Yes. Then we just discussed what we would begin to do. Now you have to understand that nothing like this had ever been done before, so we kind of had no idea what we were doing, but we did end up setting a few goals. One, we had to get a redstone minion because accessories would be very important, and the accessory bag size is dependent on your redstone collection. 2, we had to unlock the bazaar because it's useful. And 3, we had to try to start working towards some form of money-making method. I should probably also explain some of the official rules of the challenge. 1, kind of obvious. We can only use AOTJ as our main damage source. 2, other weapons are allowed so long as they're not used for damage, like the AOTE or a rogue sword. 3, there are exceptions to the only AOTJ rule. For example, blazes in the blaze puzzle, or ender dragons, because you can't hit them with the AOTJ, it just doesn't work. And the final rule is that the first floor of every single dungeon run, we cannot do with people outside of our co-op. Got it? Good. Confused? Too bad, I'm moving on. Alright, I'm just gonna gloss over the early game, considering we didn't really do much. I mean, we farmed for some money, I got the redstone minion, there really wasn't anything special. I also then got an enchanting table set up, I got some armor, got some upgrades, and began the grind to Skyblock level 7. To unlock the bazaar. Then Spencer went to go do Melody, so we probably won't be seeing him for the rest of the week. How? I don't understand. Glad that man's on my side. Then I decided to go live, and while I was live, there was something that happened that forced us to change one of the rules that we had. You see, on a profile that isn't an Iron Man, usually people will get given free stuff, because that's just how it works. But while I was live, we got given 26 million coins worth of contraband simply because I was live. So we just permanently banned contraband. Good. Trade request? Okay, what am I getting sent? Okay, yeah, alright, thanks. Get scammed, nerds. However, we did take the money and use it to buy signature editions of the Aspect of the Jerry, which were allowed, by the way, because there's still aspects of the Jerry. And then something incredible happened. Jerry arrived at our garden. I'm your greatest fan. I'm a big fan of your work. Can you sign my autograph, Jerry? Jerry, sign my forehead. Jerry, can you sign my forehead, please, Jerry? Jerry, can you? And he's gone. I wanted to ask him to sign my left toe. At this point, I had already added a 4th goal to my list, which was to get Ultimate Jerry 5 onto my signature AOTJ. Immediately, the first thing that I decided to do was just to start grinding the money for the Ultimate Jerry 5. The issue wasn't the enchant being very expensive, it's not that much, it's only 100k. The issue was it costs a lot of levels to apply it. And after doing the math, I realized it would be more worthwhile to spend all my money getting one Titanic than it is to spend all my money on getting mini grands, because the Titanic gives more XP for its value. So it was suggested to me that I try to go into the end and mine the ender nodes for monies, and I could sell the grand XP bottles and all the other things that I get out of that for profit. So after grinding combat XP for a bit, I traveled to the end, and I began grinding. And somebody found a phoenix pet. That's insane. Here's how this works. You run around through the end with your diamond pickaxe to find these little glowing pieces of endstone and also obsidian. And whenever you mine them, there's a chance for you to get something from a large pool of different things that could happen. For example, these endermite could spawn and you instantly obliterating you because my setup wasn't that good at that point. Or you could get given grand XP bottles or some enchanted obby or some enchanted endstone. There's a lot of things that could happen. A lot of it was profit. A lot of it was instant death. Now, when I say this process took a long time, I mean a really long time. Okay, it took way too long. I died quite a lot. But at some point, after persevering through the lag, through the deaths, we had acquired enough money to buy the Titanic experience bottle. We can finally buy the Titanic potion. The Titanic experience bottle. It would be really annoying if some nerd came here and stole it. But we're not gonna worry about that. That's not gonna happen. That would never happen to me. I'm too good at video games. We're gonna splash here. Nice. We have enough XP. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to achieve greatness. Now, at some point, I decided the best way to measure the progression on this account would be the damage that I can deal to a hub zombie with the AOTJ. So before I applied the book, I decided to do a quick damage test so we can compare to see the power of the ultimate Jerry. So right now I'm doing, with a crit, without a crit I'm doing 35, and with a crit on the first strike I'm doing 111. Okay, that's my damage. Let's go get the enchant applied. Sharp aspect of the Jerry, signature edition. Plus, ultimate Jerry 5. Base damage is now gone from 2 to 100. Boom. We have big stat buff, worth it. What is this? Spend more than 200 levels on a single sword enchant. Alright, we'll see if it's worth it. We'll test it. Let's see if it's worth it. Damage test time. Damage test time, nerds. Let's go. 1,000 damage. Well, after get the screenshot, yes. So, I think you could say that the ultimate Jerry 5 was kind of worth it. It was a small damage increase. A small one. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention is that the reason that 2 out of the 5 people in the co-op weren't really in this video that much is because they weren't there at the beginning. And the rest of the recording sessions weren't really like group things. It was just me live on my own. So that's why Nightcat and Hero 1 weren't there. So I would say that this marks the end of the first part of the Jerry profile. I hope the series will continue on for a while, and I hope we're able to beat F7, but don't get too surprised if we're not. In the next part, I'm going to be beginning on my money-making method, which I want to see if I can grind zealots for my money, because I think that'll be an interesting challenge to reach 13,000 damage, and also 1,000,000 coins per summoning eye is quite a lot. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Like, sub, join my Discord, link in the description, trust me, and I will be live a lot. See you then. Bye. And worst sword, I mean best sword. It's the best sword. Can you leave me alone? Okay, we're doing that again. We're doing that again. That was so bad. Yeah, that was so bad.